And you do look wonderful.
Thank you.
But I would never look at you and say, oh, you've had something done. You just look great.
That's the amazing thing to me to this day. It's not been too many months, but I still try to look for a scar, and there's nothing. And I use, a 3X mirror to put my makeup on, and this guy's fabulous. I mean, that I was worried about a little bit, especially around the eyes, but he assured me that I'd be okay, and I was.
Well, you are a good healer too, Monica.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that must mean you're listening to what he tells you too, as well.
I do exactly what he tells me.
Exactly, about recuperation. Let's look at some of your before pictures, Monica, because what led you to make this decision?
Years ago, my mom had mentioned to me what she wished she would have done something. And she said, put some money away. And when I was working, I used to take something from a paycheck and put it away, but I never thought I'd need it. And then I had fluctuated in weight all my life. And 3 years ago, I just decided, with my granddaughter's help, I couldn't handle it anymore. The weight was slowing me down. I didn't feel good, and so gradually I lost about 60 pounds.
Congratulations! That is quite an achievement.
And I can run up the stairs and do the things I couldn't do so easily. But when I looked in the mirror, I was shocked, because I think it's that weight on, weight off, weight on, weight, that was a mistake. So then I started thinking, I had seen Dr. Shatkin's father years ago. I had some problems with my skin, and I was worried about, you should have moles checked. And I knew he was great. Then I found out he really wasn't working that way anymore, and his son was. So I went for a visit, a consultation, and we talked about it, and that's the one thing. You can call him as many times as necessary. His girls even know my voice. They when they pick up the phone and say, "Hi, Monica." The fabulous crew, but he constantly answered all the questions, even if it was over and over and over. And the surgery was not anything I thought it would be. What I loved is the fact that I didn't have to go to a hospital.
Yes,
the facilities is where you went.
Very private.
Yeah, and I really like that. And the healing wasn't as bad.
You look wonderful. What did you do?
Well, Monica really did a lot for herself with all that weight loss, but we freshened up her facial features with a facelift and upper and lower eye lift, did some contouring of her neck, and it was obvious, you can see on the photos what the changes were, and just gave her a little bit of a different look. And then she did a lot of changes on her own. She's changed her hairstyle, which enhances that beauty. And she just looks fabulous. I mean, here you can see in these pictures here, it's just a nice, natural, change that I think she's accomplished and achieved, and that's what our goal is always to do.
And Monica, your husband loves it?
Yeah, my kids love it too. I have 3 daughters and a son, and my granddaughters. I mean, they all, there's my sexy grandma. That wasn't what I wanted to achieve. I just wanted to feel like I saw this woman on the outside that I didn't know, and I really didn't know her. And I just felt like I wanted to look a little younger. I was kind of surprised it worked as good as it did.
Well, I have to tell you, I couldn't imagine, if I had to put an age on you, I couldn't imagine going higher than maybe 44.
Oh, how about 65?
She's 65.
That's amazing.
She's been married 50 years. It'd be hard to be married 50 years. And,
you look wonderful.
Thank you.
So it's nice to see that the
her
inside
self-esteem
does match the outside.
shows for it as well. She feels really good.
Yeah, it changes you. It changes other people, which is kind of sad, because I'm the same person I was a few years ago, but
how about that story you told me about with the guy who came and opened the door for you?
Well, I was actually going to an appointment, and this has happened several times.
Your husband might not know about this story.
Well, I was by myself, and it was an appointment, and I was in the parking lot, and I had to go across a road and then still get to the building. And, I was like about 6 cars down, and I saw the guy coming out of the building. He actually waited until I walked across the road and got there, and then said good morning and opened the door. And I've never noticed it when I was in my 20s or 30s, but I thought, gee, would he have done that for me? I don't know. And does that matter? I guess not, but it matters how I feel.
Exactly. And we want to let people know that, Dr. Shatkin, your skin looks beautiful, Monica. You now have your own line of skincare, which we're seeing your name on it.
Right.
We want you to go and check this out. And You have March Madness
March
going on
Madness,
now right now,
we always
too.
do something in March.
Yep.
We got 20% off of our in-office chemical peels and 15% off of our new Dr. Samuel Shatkin Jr. skin products. So these are some specials that everybody can enjoy.
But I think,
use
Monica,
this product, by the way.
Do you? I would imagine that your message would be, look, I did it. I was ready for a change. You had lost the weight. Go do it.
Do it and don't be afraid. And anything you want to ask this man, he'll do. I mean, he's fabulous and his team is
Thank you,
fabulous.
Mom.
We kind of know
he is.
that. We agree.
But I did bring you something.
What did you bring? Oh, she comes bringing presents.
Well, you know, I'm grateful that you would tell my story because
Yeah.
I think there's women out there that
I think
may.
you're right.
And I couldn't forget Dr. Shatkin.
Oh, how
Thank
no
you.
good is that? And we're so grateful you are as happy as
sweet.
you are, but we just want people to see. It's
There's
an
nothing
amazing
to be
change,
worried about.
right.
Yeah, just go do it. Don't think twice about it. You know, he's marvelous. His hands are God's given. I mean, really, and you don't have to be afraid. And he follows up for a long time afterwards. I mean, still going to see him, and hopefully he'll be there if in another 15 or 20 years.
That's right. That's right.
You, I will, Monica.
Okay.
You look fabulous.
Thank
and
you.
thank you for sharing your story. I think a lot of people just needed to hear that. To put them, just to scoot them forward a little bit on this. And you did great work. We know that. Dr. Sam Shatkin is, of course, with the Aesthetic Associates Center. Now they have their Kensington Avenue office in Amherst, and now they have their Main Street office in East Aurora. So you can call either number, it's the same, and go to the office that works for you. 839-1700. Hey, look, folks, if this is your time of life, be the person that you think in your head rather than the person you're seeing back in the mirror. Let these folks help you. You're going to be so happy like Monica, and you're going to love your new look. We'll take a break and be right back.